Yo, 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 what the fuck it is, people? I'm back at it like a crack addict. You know how we do over here, man. Keep it real clean and smooth, you know? But, man, this Hollywood shit wild, man. Tell you, this shit is wild, boy. So if you haven't heard by now, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are being sued. It should be a little bit more than sued, man. But it's basically sexual abuse allegations. And before I get into this article, because I only found one article that go into detail. Some of this shit is graphic, man. So graphic that I didn't even feel comfortable saying the words, so I didn't. You know what I mean? If you can read it along, in the parts that I skipped, you can read it to yourself. But I couldn't say it. It just didn't feel right. But before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Support real work. You know what I mean? So, we ready to go to Hollywood. During their childhoods, Jane Doe and her younger brother say they called Tiffany Haddish Auntie Tiff. The comedian had met their mother through the comedy circuit and used to refer to her siblings as her niece and nephew. But in a lawsuit filed Monday night, in which Jane is an anonymous plaintiff on behalf of both herself and her brother, who is a minor, the siblings allege that Haddish and her fellow comic Aries Spears recruited each of them to perform inappropriate acts on camera when they were children. Jane Doe, now 22, and her younger brother, John, now 14, have adopted synonymous due to their respective ages at the time of the allegations. Jane, who is also John's legal guardian, is the plaintiff in the lawsuit both individually and on her minor brother's behalf. The siblings' complaint, which names Haddish and Mad TV alum Spears as defendants, center on two alleged incidents in which Haddish and Spears allegedly encouraged one of the siblings to perform sexually suggestive acts on camera while underage. Representatives from Spears and Haddish did not respond to the Daily Beast request for comment. Jane was 14 years old when her alleged video shoot took place, and John was 7. Their mother alleged that she and Haddish met through comedy and bonded over a shared source of strife. We were both going through a divorce, the mother told the Daily Beast. Messy, 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 messy divorces. We just got really, super close, according to the lawsuit. Haddish called the family for every birthday and every Christmas. The siblings' mother noted that for years. Haddish reliably checked in, whether that be from a movie set or overseas. In the summer of 2013, when Jane was 14 years old, the lawsuit states that she attended a comedy camp where Haddish appeared as a guest speaker. Around that time, Haddish allegedly told the child that she found a perfect role for her, her very own commercial. Neither Jane nor her mother knew what the shoot would entail. According to the lawsuit, only Haddish and Spears, who was also on hand to produce the video, are said to have known the plot. The clip Spears and Haddish asked Jane to watch in the recording booth allegedly seemed innocuous at first, if a little strange. A group of co-eds was arguing over a Subway sandwich, but then the co-eds began eating the sandwich in a suggestive manner from opposite ends, moaning and making sexual noises as they both ate the sandwiches in a manner that simulated the act of fellatio. The complaint claims that Spears told Jane to mimic what she had seen on camera, including the noises precisely like what she heard throughout the video. The 14-year-old, who was allegedly nervous and disgusted, fell silent until Haddish returned to the room, the lawsuit claims. Haddish verbally explained what was expected of the plaintiff, Jane Doe, and then showed plaintiff Jane Doe how to give fellatio, including movements, noises, moaning, and groaning. The lawsuit states, at that point, Jane told the Daily Beast, I knew 100% what they wanted out of me. The lawsuit describes Spears allegedly looking on while a physically, emotionally, and mentally uncomfortable Jane received the instructions. I tried to mimic what they wanted me to mimic, but it still came out super uncomfortable, Jane told the Daily Beast. I knew when I left the booth that I didn't complete what they wanted me to do. Haddish paid Jane $100, the lawsuit claims, before sending her home. At the time, Jane said she tried to shrug off what happened. I didn't confide in my mom. I didn't confide to nobody else about how weird I felt at the moment, she said. A year later, Haddish allegedly approached the children's mother with a similar pitch, recruiting Jane's little brother, John, for another video. Although the comedian allegedly told the family John would be filming a sizzle reel for Nickelodeon. The suit alleges the 7-year-old wound up starring in a video posted on Funny or Die and other online platforms titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes. A representative for Funny or Die told the Daily Beast in a statement, Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. We were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. It was uploaded to the site as user-generated content and was removed in 2018 immediately after becoming aware of this existence. Both siblings alleged attended the shoot, which the lawsuit claims took place in Spears' home. Jane said Haddish's behavior changed once the children arrived at the home, no longer in the company of their mother. It was like a whole 180 almost, she told the Daily Beast. Tiffany had never been mean to me, never raised her voice to me until this point. According to the lawsuit, the children were separated during the shoot. Jane recalls Haddish told her mother to remain on the couch downstairs while her brother's shoot took place upstairs. The Daily Beast has reviewed a recording of this video in which Haddish plays the boy's guardian and leaves him with Spears, who plays a pedophile. John spends most of the video clad only in his underwear as Spears' character leers at him through 2 holes cut into a newspaper he pretends to read. During the sketch, the camera zoomed in subjectively on the 7-year-old, I'm going to skip that part, while he plays Spears spray baby oil onto the child's back. I'm going to skip all that. In another sequence, Spears smokes a cigarette while observing the child in the bathtub and pours water on his feet. By the time the video ends, the child is peering at his babysitter through a newspaper. Whoa, this is wild. Once filming ended, the lawsuit states, Mr. Doe called his mother crying, saying he did not want to film anymore. Yo, how y'all feel about that shit, man? Like, yo, I don't even know what to say. That shit sounds very strange and weird. Like, I get it, in Hollywood, you gotta act. You know what I mean? But, yo, some things, yo, I don't know, yo. I don't even know what to say. I'm at loss for words, for real. And I ain't never at loss for words. I always got something to say. You feel me? But, yeah, man, that shit real strange. It's real strange, and it's sickening. Like I say, you saying it, I couldn't even read some of the words. You know what I mean? This shit is sickening. Like, I get you play roles in Hollywood, but when is it too far? You feel me? When does it get to a point where you take it a step too far? Now, she said she didn't tell her mother. But as a parent, I'm not quite sure I would have separated from my children. But I don't know, yo, because she supposed to have some type of relationship with Tiffany Haddish. So I don't think we can really put this on her, yo. This shit is all on them. All on them. That's sick, man. And Aries Spears just was all over the internet for beefing with Lizzo. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got some other shit to worry about. Flat out. Flat the fuck out. Like, even as an actor. Did you hear the shit that he was doing with this child? Like, I couldn't play that role. I couldn't play that role. Nah, man. Fuck no. Because to play a role, you gotta put yourself in that mind. You know what I mean? I could never put myself in the mind of a pedophile. Never. I don't give a fuck how much money they talking. And this sound like this was some low budget shit. You hear the people who put this shit on their platform, they said they took it down. Shit didn't look right. It didn't feel right. But how y'all feel about this shit in the comments, man? Like, What I don't be understanding is why it's always lawsuits. Man, these motherfuckers need to go to jail for this shit, man. For real. Like, I don't know what the statute of limitations is. This is a few years ago. The girl said she was 14. She 22. So this is 8 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Tiffany Haddish was starring in major movies at this time. But her lawyer released a statement, and this is what he had to say. He basically dismissing the claims. So he basically saying that this been around for a while now, and no attorney is really trying to take up the case. But I ain't gonna lie, yo. It could be a situation where, you know, it was Hollywood, but these kids felt uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It could be that. But I know if I was one of them kids' parents and, nah, my kid, we not with none of that, Playboy. Fuck no. We not doing none of that shit at all. But let me know how y'all feel about this shit in the comments, man. Do y'all think this is a valid lawsuit? I do. To be honest. I do. But let me know how y'all feel about this shit, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.